Once you've drawn your snowman and it's outlined in black marker, you can color some things in black. You can color in the eyes, but remember to leave a little part white for a highlight. You can also color in your snowman's hat. So I'm just filling mine in with black. Notice how when I'm coloring the hat in, I'm using lines of color with my marker. I'm not going back and forth really quickly with my marker because that will make it run out. You can choose to color in the buttons black, or you can choose to make them a color and color them in with a colored marker. So when I'm coloring in the buttons, I'm making mine black and I'm using lines of color with my marker. Not going back and forth quickly because that will make my marker run out of ink. And it can look a little bit messy. After everything is colored in with black, you can choose some colored markers to color in some parts of your snowman. I chose orange to color in his carrot nose. And then I chose some colors to add on my snowman's hat and his scarf. I'm going to make my pattern rainbow colors, but you can pick any pattern of colors that you like. I'm just going to fill in these spaces with color and the scarf with color. And I'm keeping my snowman's body white because snow is white. I'm not going to go and color on my snowman. So just coloring in the scarf and the stripes on the hat. Remember, when you're using your markers and you're done, you need to hear the snap of the cap to make sure that your marker is closed. We don't want any lids left like this because then our markers would dry out. The next material we're going to use is some chalk pastel. We're going to choose a light blue color to color on one side of our snowman's body. This is going to make our snowman look a little bit three-dimensional or 3D. So I'm just coloring a little bit on the left side of my snowman's body. You don't need to color all the way around your snowman, just about to where the buttons are, from the scarf down around the body, about to where the buttons are. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the left side of my snowman on his head. And I'm coloring from the hat down to the scarf. Now I'm going to use my pointer finger and rub in little circles over the chalk. This is blending the chalk particles into the paper. We don't want to use our entire hand and get it all over our snowman. We just want to keep the chalk right here on the edge and blend it into the white of the paper. So I'm just making little tiny circles, blending my chalk in. And you might see a little bit of blue chalk dust around your paper. We can brush it off later. I'm trying to go back over this chalk to blend in any of the harsh lines that are there from my coloring. I want it to look nice and smooth. And I'm just gonna blend it out as much as I can. I'm still just using my pointer finger. The more you go over your chalk, the smoother it will look. I'm doing the body part first, and then I'm going to do the head. Now I'm going to move on to blending the chalk on my snowman's head in the same way. If you notice any spots where you need a little bit more chalk on that side of your snowman, you can add a little bit more on top. When you color with your chalk, just go back and forth a little bit. Don't just make one line, that's not going to be enough chalk. So I just put a little bit more on top here and I'm blending it in with my pointer finger still. Now your fingers are going to get a little bit chalky. You can use a tissue to wipe off any of the extra chalk on your fingers. You can also use the tissue to wipe off extra chalk on your paper. After you're done with the chalk, you'll need your background for your snowman, some scissors, white liquid glue, and 2 pieces of brown paper for our snowman's arms. First thing that we're going to do is make sure that our name is on the back of our background paper. So I'm writing my name, Miss Moore. Below that, you should write your class code. Then I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to carefully cut out my snowman. I'm going to cut my snowman out in one piece. You can cut very close to your snowman. If it helps you to leave a little white edge around your snowman, you can do that. try to cut as close as you can to the black line. I'm going to carefully cut around his hat and cut off any extra paper that is at the top. And then I'll cut down around his hat and around this side of his body. Once you have finished cutting out your snowman, you can throw away your paper scraps. And we're going to use our white liquid glue to glue our snowman onto our background. So I'm turning my snowman over and I'm going to open my glue bottle. To open it, remember you need to twist the orange top. If it's open, you shouldn't see a white dot here. If it's closed, you will see a white dot. So it's open, and then I'm going to shake it a little bit to move the glue to the bottom. Then squeeze the bottle, and you're going to put a line of glue around your snowman. I'm going around the shape, so I'm putting a line all the way around. You are using your art muscles, pressing down hard on the glue bottle. We don't want a giant glob of glue in the middle, but I am putting a little squiggly line. Then I'm going to carefully flip it over and glue my snowman to my background. Now we want to glue it right in the middle, not so it's hanging off of the paper or on the side. Try to guess where the middle is so that the entire snowman is on your paper. And I'm going to gently press down all the parts of my snowman. If you see a little bit of white glue come out, that's okay, it will dry clear. You can turn your paper over and give it a little rub to make sure that your snowman is glued down. Once you do that, shake it a little bit, make sure that it stays, and if it doesn't, like here, I need to add a little bit more glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now our last step is adding some arms to our snowman. You need 2 brown paper strips for this, but they're kind of big, so we're gonna cut them down a little bit. This would look a little bit funny on my snowman. To make an arm, I'm going to fold my paper strip in half, like this. Then I'm going to cut on that fold. Now that looks like a better size. Then with your other paper strip, you can cut off some small pieces to attach to the bigger one and make it look more like a tree branch, because that's usually what snowmen's arms are made of, tree branches. They kind of are in a letter Y shape, or even a backwards Y. We're going to use our white liquid glue again and just put a little line of glue on our paper strip, flip it over and glue it down in place where we want the arm to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that you want to kind of make a letter Y, so I'm putting my little piece there so it looks like the letter Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I am all done with my snowman collage. Make sure when you are done with your glue that you twist the orange top so that it is closed. Remember, when it's closed, you should be able to see a white dot on the tip of the glue bottle. I hope you had fun making your snowman collage. I can't wait to see how yours turns out.